Hey looters, welcome back to Loot Now. Today we are diving into a handful of fresh free titles on Steam. Without further ado, let's jump in. Hey there, rhythm junkies, strap in for the wildest dance battles on the couch. Shuffle Showdown throws you into frantic, head-to-head showdowns where every beat you nail pumps up your popularity meter, while a miss and you stumble, losing mojo. It's not just about hitting the rhythm. After each bout you pick from nearly 50 quirky accessories, boost your moves, or prank your rival with a sneaky trick. The tracks shuffle, the stakes shift, and every match feels like a brand new dance spectacle. The original funky soundtrack keeps the adrenaline high, syncing perfectly with your combos. It's a roguelite rhythm game that rewards mastering the meta, discovering fresh synergies, and then diving right back in to keep the floor unpredictable. Sure, being a first-time studio, you'll hit a few bugs, but the charm and sheer energy of the couch PvP, the taunts, the reversals, this is the kind of chaotic, free-for-all fun that makes you want to grab a friend and keep the music blasting. Give it a whirl, you'll be out shuffling, out dancing, and out playing in no time. Mariposa isn't just another platformer, it's a clever dance between two worlds that feel like chapters of a single, spiraling story. In the bright, almost dreamlike past, you glide through gleaming streets and bustling markets, solving puzzles that feel fresh because the world itself feels alive. Flip to the bleak future, and the same levels become desolate, echoing with the ghosts of what was, demanding that you think differently and move faster. That duality isn't just a gimmick, it's the core of every mechanic, every choice. The protagonist, Mariposa, is a sweet, relatable mechanic with a heart as big as the city she loves. Her tinkering with the antique radio isn't just a plot device, it's a literal bridge that lets you feel the weight of time slipping through your fingers. The audio design, especially that subtle, nostalgic hum of the radio, pulls you in and makes every switch and jump feel like part of a larger tapestry. Gameplay is tight, the platforming is smooth, the puzzles are layered, and the visual cues are clear. There's enough depth to keep you engaged, but not so much that it feels cluttered. The emotional payoff comes when a simple flutter of a butterfly wing in the past rewires a ruined factory in the future, making the world feel both fragile and resilient. If you're looking for a game that blends thoughtful storytelling with satisfying mechanics, Mariposa delivers. It's a reminder that even in a shattered future, a single line of communication, like the crackle of an old radio, can still rewrite fate. Welcome back to the Island of Endless Possibility. Paradise Island 2 invites you to transform a humble strip of straw huts into a dazzling resort that will draw families, adventure seekers, and even the island's own virtual villagers. With over 300 beautifully drawn buildings, you can craft everything from cozy family rooms to opulent 5-star suites, all while keeping the island's natural charm intact. The game balances strategy and fun. Design thrilling attractions, set up cafes, and create a lively amusement park that feels like a living village. Guests love the interactive hotel games and activities, and you'll see your profits soar as you meet the needs of both noisy kids and quiet travelers. Compete with friends, visit their islands to uncover hidden treasures, and tackle special events that keep the gameplay fresh. Whether you're a seasoned tycoon or just looking for a sunny escape, Paradise Island 2 delivers a sweet mix of management, creativity, and tropical bliss. Get ready to build, expand, and become the ultimate hotel tycoon on the most beautiful island in the game. False Haven drops you into Luca's shoes the moment the night starts to feel like a living nightmare. In a cramped apartment with his grandmother, a single phone call shatters the quiet and pulls you into a mind-bending horror that feels both intimate and unsettling. The game thrives on its tight, narrative-driven pacing, with every flicker of VHS-style graphics and every creak of the soundscape amplifying the tension. Interacting with objects feels oddly tangible. Pick up, examine, solve, and the controls stay simple so you can focus on the creeping dread. By the time you reach the final hour, you'll be questioning not just Luca's grandmother, but your own sense of reality. Will you make it through the night? The game asks you to find out. You've been here before, and you'll be here again. In Sendraten, you wake in Ekara, a nightmarish hellscape where the dead never truly rest. Armed with only a weapon, your stamina, and a stubborn will, you fight endless hordes of tormented souls. Each kill pushes the difficulty higher, and the moment you fall, Ecker remembers you. How many can you take down before the inevitable collapse? The game tests your endurance, strategy, and patience, turning every defeat into a lesson for the next run. If you're up for a relentless, ever-escalating grind that rewards grit, Sindraten is a nightmare you'll want to keep coming back to. Welcome to the world of Kendama, a VR training ground that turns a traditional Japanese toy into a digital skill-building adventure. From the moment you strap on the quest, you're greeted by a serene, stylized arena that feels like a quiet dojo. The app's core focus is two classic tricks, Mosikami and Tsubamegaeshi. As you begin, the ball moves at a leisurely pace, letting you get a feel for the timing and hand coordination. Once you've nailed the basics, the speed ramps up smoothly, challenging your reflexes without throwing you off balance. What makes this experience stand out is the step-by-step guidance. A translucent model floats before you, mirroring the exact motions you need to perform. It's almost like having a silent coach right beside you, offering instant feedback and encouraging progression. The controls are tight. The motion tracking is precise, so you feel the weight and bounce of the real kendama even though you're inside a virtual world. The visual palette is clean and minimalist, keeping your focus on the mechanics. Sound cues are subtle but effective, marking successful catches and misses. While the learning curve is gentle, it rewards persistence with a satisfying sense of mastery. Heads up, it's Questionly, and the experience may glitch on other headsets. If you're looking to master a timeless toy in a modern, immersive way, this VR Kendama app delivers a surprisingly polished, engaging journey. Tincho the capybara just discovered that Argentina's cuisine is way more exciting than a simple patch of grass. In this 2D platformer, you guide Tincho through iconic landscapes, from the lush pampas to the misty Andes, searching for ingredients that will help cook traditional dishes. Along the way, you'll team up with quirky locals. Wadu the penguin who chops, a caiman who stirs, and a coati who fires up the grill. Each cooking step is a minigame, and if you complete the recipe in the right order, you unlock the next region. The art style is bright and hand-drawn, capturing the feel of a real Argentine postcard. The level design cleverly blends platforming with culinary puzzles, keeping the pace lively without feeling rushed. Humor pops up in the dialogue and the characters' personalities, making learning about Argentine dishes feel like a fun adventure. If you're a fan of classic platformers who crave a cultural twist, Tincho's Culinary Quest is a charming, bite-sized experience you won't want to miss. In just 10 minutes, ESC/APE throws you into the claws of APE, a genetically engineered ape locked behind steel walls for a lifetime of experiments. You're not just a lab rat, you're a weapon waiting to break free. From the moment you're released, the game feels like a high-octane physics playground. Every slide, every ground pound, every thrown barrel becomes a punch, a kick, a bone-crushing wall slam. Momentum is the core. You build speed, then explode into the air, sending enemies flying with a satisfying, almost cinematic force. What makes this student project stand out is how it turns raw movement into narrative. You're not just smashing, you're proving that you're more than a specimen. The level design rewards timing and experimentation. Slide under a hazard, pick up a crate, then toss your foe into a wall for that perfect, satisfying crunch. The mechanics are polished enough that each hit feels earned, even if the runtime is short. ESC/APE delivers a punchy, physics-driven experience that feels both polished and raw. It's a quick burst of action that leaves you wondering, will you be the next lab subject, or will you tear the walls down and escape? The game says it's the latter, and it does so with a satisfying roar. Echoes of the Court invites you into a meticulously recreated Supreme Court of Canada, a place that most of us never get to see. You step into the shoes of a maintenance worker by day, an aspiring author by night, and the game unfolds like a quiet, late-night walk through marble halls that have witnessed landmark cases. As you drift from the grand courtroom to hidden chambers, every corner hums with history, and every whispered echo feels like a fragment of a conversation that once shaped the country. The core of the experience is listening. You hear the faint voices of citizens, attorneys, and judges, all layered over the ambient hum of a building that never truly sleeps. Those echoes, paired with scraps of paper and tucked away mementos, become the seeds for characters in your own novel. It's a slow, contemplative journey where your choices, what traits you give your characters, what inspires you most, direct the narrative you craft. By the end, you can compare your story with friends and see how different interpretations arise from the same echoes. The game is a gentle blend of exploration, storytelling, and education. It opens doors rarely open to the public and brings real Canadian legal history to life through intimate, human perspectives. If you enjoy games that reward patience, curiosity, and a love for narrative depth, Echoes of the Court offers a meditative experience that lingers long after you've turned off the lights. Project Mortuus Astrum drops you into a decaying, maze-like facility where every echo feels like a warning. The 10-minute run is a frantic sprint through claustrophobic corridors, relying on observation, memory, and sound to survive an unseen stalker that reacts to your noise. The hallway-style map and dynamic audio nailed attention, and the environmental storytelling pulls you in without a single cutscene. The short length can feel a bit rushed, and the lack of clear objectives sometimes leaves you guessing why you're running. Still, if you crave a tight, atmospheric horror that rewards careful listening, this bite-sized experience will keep you on edge until the very end. In this gothic 3D puzzle horror, the mansion itself feels like a living nightmare, its corridors echoing with the moans of the undead. The game throws you into a maze of riddles. Each puzzle feels handcrafted, forcing you to think on your feet while the chill of a zombified grandfather's pursuit keeps you on edge. The atmosphere is pure Poe, with dim lighting, creaking floors, and a soundtrack that drips dread. Rewards are satisfying, but the real payoff comes from the tension of solving a puzzle before the looming threat closes in. It's a solid blend of mind-bending challenges and spinning suspense that will keep you pacing the mansion long after you log off. If you crave a horror experience that tests both your wits and nerves, this haunting adventure is worth the dive. Hey, that's a wrap for today. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button so you won't miss any of the next updates. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.